Today I'm going to show you a way that we solved a problem. We have an outside small feral cat that we've been feeding for some time, but we also live in a very rural area, so if we leave any food out at night or even during the day, it gets eaten by either raccoons, possums, ravens, or other neighborhood cats and dogs. So when we leave for any period of time, we have an issue. We either have to have somebody come in and put a small bowl out, or we have to leave out a supply, and if we do that, it becomes a wildlife buffet. We tried a different feeder, outdoor feeder that looked like it would work, but the raccoons ate it up in a very short time. We solved the problem using this Catmate C3000 cat feeder. It also would not last outside. In fact, it might not even last if you had really aggressive cats on the inside. But what it is a programmable battery-powered feeder. It runs on C batteries. C batteries last about a year, with a big bin on top that has a screw drive that you can program to turn on and put out a certain amount of food pretty much whenever you want as how much you need. The screw drive feeds into a plastic tube that dumps the food into a bowl. Now, the plastic tube, luckily, a 1.5-inch PVC fitting fits on that plastic tube. So what I did was I mounted this cat feeder on a wooden box to give it some elevation. I took a hacksaw and cut off the tip of the pipe at the end of it so that it would feed outward instead of downward, and attached a 1.5-inch PVC fitting to this. Let me show you. Okay, I went to the hardware store and bought a 90-degree elbow and two 45-degree elbows and a 3-foot section of 1.5-inch PVC pipe. I attached it. Then I took a 2 3/8-inch hole saw, and from the outside I drilled a hole in the wall at a 45-degree angle upwards, making sure that I was not didn't run into a stud or anything in the wall. And also, again, none of the joints were glued because you'd have to take it apart to change the battery. So twice a day at 7:30 in the morning, at 4:30 in the afternoon, the machine comes on and it deposits a small amount of food in the pipe, goes down and is deposited in a bowl to the outside. So now let's go outside and see what that looks like. Okay, now we're outside the garage and you can see the pipe coming down through the wall. Let's walk up here. Okay, you can see the 1.5-inch PVC pipe and then the 45-degree angle, and then the pipe coming down and deposits it in the bowl. I cut it long enough so it went over the edge of this little bowl so that no other animals could move the bowl out of the way, just over the tip. And I have a big crock, and then it's sitting on a concrete stepping stone. And then over the top of it, I put just a little patio table, and that's to protect the food from getting wet in the rain. I'll remove it in the summer, of course, in California. Sometimes it doesn't even rain in the winter. So this has been going for about 2 months. It works really quite well. The cat learned the schedule in about 2 days, so about 10 minutes before the morning, ration is ready to he sits here by the bowl, waits for it, and then shows up again in the afternoon. The secret is to give him just enough so that he finishes it, and there's not a bunch left over for other folks to eat. So there you go.